Are you boxers, are you briefs, or something in between? Do you dream in heaven gray, or a place where trunks are mostly bluish green, with a waistband softer than the rain? Well, I don't care what you wanna wear down there, 'cause I got everything you need. I won't leave you bare in your search for underwear, from country roads to mansions by the sea. 'Cause if it ain't fruit, you'll never live comfortably.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Did you like the intro? That's not going to be the official intro. As I said on the last episode, I'm going to be cycling through a bunch of intros until I either make one for myself via AI or someone makes one for this show, or we just don't do one at all. We'll find it, but I like starting off the shows with a bit of nostalgia from my personal memory. And that Fruit of the Looms commercial used to play all the time when I was a kid, back when I was living in Hartford. And I would see it all the time, and I'd be like, oh, that's such a good song. Like, for some reason, like, it was just like a parody of those types of Three Doors Down era type of songs, you know? It's a lot like, it's emulative of that era of commercials you'd see with the cavemen from Geico. Let me be myself. That's probably gonna be the intro to the next episode. So I can shine with my own. It's a really good song. I like that. So yeah, I don't care. That's a good song. Anyway, but yeah. So that's just what. Right. So what I've been doing lately, I'm back to job hunting. I applied to. I already have a job right now in background acting because I look like I'm 16, so they always need like high schoolers to be in the background. Like I just stopped caring. Like I went from starting out as an actor doing background acting, wanting to always be at the center or in the front of all the frames when I was background acting. I went from that to not giving a fuck at all. Like it just means nothing to me now. I'm like, I don't care, bro. I'll be the trash can for the day. And I just don't care anymore. I just want to do something else. And plus, it's not as consistent. I need like something steadier, one of those things. I need like a steady 9 to 5 just so I can kind of check out and then do like real acting and then real comedy, when the day is over. So yeah, I'm job hunting yet again. No one apparently. It seems like no one is hiring right now. I applied to be a valet parking attendant, like a parking booth attendant at somewhere in Hollywood, around that area. I went into the interview office, and the man interviewing me was like in the middle of eating chips. He was in the middle of eating Doritos. And like I don't know what like it's weird when they're like, please show up and be professional, and then like you have like Dorito crumbs on your fingers while you're like on the computer looking at my information, and you're like, so you used to work at Sam's Club, right? Tell me more about that. And then I wrote down my availability from Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9. No, excuse me, 9 to 5, right? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then I said from there, that's when I'm available. Like I wrote that on the paper. And then after that, I was like, okay, so Monday to Thursday on the paper, I wrote Monday to Thursday, I'm available to work 9 to 5, and that's it. And then Friday to Sunday, I'm not available for the entire day. That's what I wrote on the paper. So he leaves, and then he comes back, and then he goes, so you said you're available Thursday to Saturday to Sunday. He said, you're available from like Thursday to Sunday, right? I was like, no. That's exactly what I'm not available. He's like Friday to, he comes back in and he was like, okay, so you're available from Friday to Sunday, right? That's what you said on your paper? I go, no. That's the opposite of what I said. He leaves, right? So first guy was Hispanic, and then another guy, he leaves, and then another guy comes in, and he's also eating a bag of chips. This time it was Ruffles. It was like the sour cream and onion ones. A wide variety of chips at this business. You just see cubicles and then like those like fun party sized bags of chips. He was also eating chips in the middle of talking to me. And he was like, so just so we're clear, right? So you said you're available from Friday to Sunday. I go, no, I just actually told the last guy this. That's actually not, those are not the days that I'm available. He was like, he says the whole day, right? I go, no. The whole day I'm not available. That's what I'm going through right now. Is just, there's not, like, I don't know, man. It's just something about just being at a job interview and like they don't act right. So you're like, I can't tell if I'm going to love this job or I'm going to really hate it. It's one of the two. Because there's nothing better than when you work somewhere and then everybody else also doesn't care about the job. Because that's like a very freeing and it's a very liberating experience when everyone else cares equally as much as you do. When they also don't give a fuck. When they're like, I'll get fired, I don't care. That's really fun. Absolutely, I recommend that. Because it's just, try to find a job where like everyone is like, the best thing to hear on your first day at a job is when when the person you're shadowing says, well, normally you're supposed to do it like this, but I don't really do. That's the best. When their voice goes down like that and they go, they don't really, don't really, they don't really, they're like, they technically, like, legally you're supposed to, but we don't give a fuck. I don't really care. That's the best. When someone does that, when they kind of like stammer a little bit, when they pull you aside, that's the best part. Is when because I used to work for Alto. It's like this personal driving company. We would drive around. Like I've had like 50 jobs throughout my whole life, but like they would have this like it was a personal chauffeur sort of like driving service. It's like a slightly more luxurious experience than Uber. You drive to a parking structure in Santa Monica. And in the parking structure would just be 2 floors or 3 floors full of Buicks and Volkswagen SUVs. The latest, all white, and either all white or black, and then it has the Alto symbol on it. And they give you the car, and we would just drive out, and then people would request rides, and then we just go pick them up. Like the amount of people that need to be picked up and dropped off at their Range Rover / Jaguar or Mercedes dealership in Los Angeles would surprise you, because that's mainly all we were doing. Like most delivery apps and most delivery jobs have like a specific like round the clock thing that you got to do. Like, it's rarely is it like a wide variety of things, but anyway, like I still have my Connecticut license. I don't have like a California's license yet. And like you're supposed to have a California's driver's license, but like the black guy who was working there pulled me aside and he was like, yeah, you're like supposed to have like a California license, but like they don't really like check, they don't really give a fuck. Like, it's technically like illegal and it's like a felony, but we don't really give a fuck. I was like, oh, okay, thank you so much. That's the best part. But that's what I did at that job. I missed that job so much, but I tried to go back, but they lifted the age requirement. Now now you got to be 25 and up, and I'm 24, so it was just ridiculous. Like, but before, I mean, I get it. I get that they were just starting out in 2020 to 2021, which is when I was working there, and like they needed all the staff they could get at that point because everyone was inside, and everyone was still retarded regarding COVID. It was a fun job, mainly just picking up and dropping off people to and from. Like every now and then there would be like an award show. There was like, I think we worked Oscars weekend. That was nice. I didn't work that week because I was like, I'm not gonna be talked down to by Ian Somerhalder. Okay, I'm not gonna fucking have the guy from the Vampire Diaries tell me that he thinks it should be a requirement that people learn African American studies. I just didn't want to deal with it. I've had passengers like that before, where they make sure that certain parts of their conversation is heard. I hear certain parts of their conversation. I'll never forget that. It was an award show. I was driving like a wealthy Z-list or Y-list type of like wealthy celebrity types of people. I didn't know who they were, but it was an award show on I think Will Rogers Beach, which is a couple miles up from Santa Monica, like the Santa Monica Pier. And I was driving them there, and they were just like a very like calm, like they were talking like this. And then she was just like, then the woman talking to the guy who was also in the back seat was like, yeah, I just think that like African American studies should just be like a requirement, like I just feel like that. Like what did you think was gonna? You think there's like a seat warmer button that you don't know about that I press for like the right passengers? Like what do you think? Like I don't know. Like I feel like in their heads like there's like a secret compartment where like I take out 2 African American themed cans of sodas and I hand it back to them like, thank you for your service. Why would you need to say that so loudly? Like I'm not. My God. Just stop trying to score points with me, please. I'm not the guy to score points with, by the way. That's another thing, too. This happened to me when I was at Gold's Gym a couple of days ago, and I didn't tell anyone about this just because I don't really... Crazy shit happens to me all the time, and I there's so much material to pull from just from my everyday life that when crazy things happen, I just go, oh, right, that also happened. I was at Gold's Gym. I was in the locker room, and an Asian man wearing a face mask came up to me. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. I swear to God, this is an absolutely 100% true story. This happened a couple of days ago. I was at Gold's Gym in the locker room, and an Asian man wearing a face mask came up to me, and he goes, hey, sorry to bother you. I just wanted to know, and this may sound like an insensitive question. I just wanted to know, like, feel free to just tell me, be honest. Is the way I'm wearing this hat appropriating? He literally asked me this. Like, so he was wearing his beanie. You know how like laid back dudes wear it, that style where the beanie is like just slightly is like kind of above your hairline, and it's just at the tip of the back of your head, and it doesn't really cover your ears or doesn't really, that style, right? That's how he was wearing it. And he came up to me and he asked me this. And it's like, bro, say the N-word right now. Say it right now at the top of your lungs. I am not the guy to come to for confirmation. It's so funny when they do that. Like whenever I'm at a comedy show and then like a comedian will tell like a joke that's offensive about black people, or not like offensive about black people. It'll just be a joke about black people. And when they know that I'm in the audience or like I'm off to the side, like the white people will like look at me for confirmation if it's okay to laugh. And I'm like, bro, I'm not. I voted for Trump 6 times. I'm not the guy to do this, bro. Please don't. Oh God, I'll make you deny that there was a Holocaust in a couple of minutes. I'll tell you that much. Don't look for me I'm not your savior, please. But yeah, so that's just kind of how my week has been going lately, is just job hunting. Everyone apparently is hiring, but no one's hiring for some fucking reason. I don't want to work in the food industry. There's nothing wrong with that. I just know that I would just be miserable just handling people's food and making shit for people and being next to a stove, and come on now. I might work at the food industry. We'll see. I mean, if my back is up against the wall and there's like no other way around this, I might have to do that. But, we will see. Yeah, so we're just going to end it right there. That's just the first half of this segment. That's just, just catching guys up on what's been going on in my life. So, yeah. Welcome to the Josh Shakespeare podcast. I am Josh Shakespeare. And we'll be right back after these messages. My AI is taking over the world right now. AI, just artificial intelligence right now, is just taking over the world right now. A lot of people are scared. A lot of people think that this is very funny. I'm not sure where I fall on it quite yet, just because it hasn't personally affected me yet. But for those of you who are unaware, AI stands for artificial intelligence. This is a term you're going to have to get used to because you will be hearing it quite a bit now. A lot of people are coming out with stories saying that AI copied their voice to prank call and elicit money from their family members. You know, like there was a woman who was like crying because like apparently AI was used to copy her brother's voice and then called their parents and said, I'm in a car accident or I'm in jail. I need money for bail. And they would and they almost did it. And because, AI has just become so ridiculously. And for those of you who are unaware, I'm just going to give you a sample of what this is because when I went to Seattle to do shows in Oregon and Washington, Jeremy and I, we were discussing this because it's gotten out of hand to the point. So you might see photos that look super realistic, like of that montage of Donald Trump in prison or R. Kelly in prison now, or like the Avengers if they were in the 60s. That's what AI is just taking like hyper realistic people and features and then clothing and atmospheres and then just digitally redoing it to the point where it looks hyper realistic, like someone painted it. That's like the furthest AI has gotten at this point. But then it's like, because it's a technology, it keeps growing and getting more and more advanced. So for example, Jeremy and I were talking about this song. It was done via AI, but it sounds like something. So this group of people, these real musicians, made an AI song and featuring Jay-Z. Now the song sounds very, very realistic. It sounds like this is actually Jay-Z, and it's called The Savages. I like it. This might actually, by the way, be the intro to my show because I genuinely like it a lot. I'm not even like the Jay-Z fan like that, but you guys listen to this and tell me if it sounds like Jay-Z is actually singing the song or rapping to the song, and I guarantee you the answer is yes, because this is fucking ridiculous. I'm just gonna play a couple of minutes of the song, and I actually like it a lot. It's a really good song.
Tell the young they can never become what they aspire to. Born in a cell with no one who can inspire you.
Your highs are as never as high as those that lie to you.
Pretending that they live in the sky, lying behind your roof.
Shooting holes up at your ceiling, trying to find the proof, trying to fight the feeling, the truth.
Tied up like the noose they've been concealing.
Dipped in diamonds so that you find it appealing.
Time for dealing, despite y'all dealing, we are the savages, the natives who fight the appeal of all your lavishes. The brave who find what is real and call it as it is.
And use a mind to wheel to escape
Sounds a
the
lot like
laws of
Jay-Z, hold on.
averages.
To be rich and broke,
Could it be broke and rich? You see it all gets flipped by those who master this.
who give a whole new meaning to what your master says. Jumping over the walls on old mattresses, the savage.
We are the savages.
We are the savages.
The savage. The savage.
We are the savages.
The savages.
The savages.
We
That's
are
like
the
literally,
savages.
it's a really, really good song. I really enjoy it. I might like if I could find it on Apple Music, I would listen to it, a lot, because it sounds like, not only does it sound like that's really Jay-Z, this also is a good song. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say the production isn't good. The production is actually very good, and it sounds like Lauryn Hill or Q-Tip is gonna come in at some point. That's how good this song is. But that's not really Jay-Z's voice. That's AI, computer modulated voice recognition software that replicated and repurposed a real person's voice. So the implications behind this is fucking terrifying, truly. But now on Snapchat, there's this thing called My AI, where you can talk to an AI bot, and you can ask them a couple of questions, or you could like talk to them, and they'll like be able to answer questions, because apparently it's like super intelligent and some shit like that. So I did, and let me just give you a couple of examples of like what like people. All right, so this is an example. What's the top 5 highest average IQs by country? According to and then that's a real person. Now AI, the bot that you can talk to on Snapchat, responds, according to the data from IQresearch.info, the top 5 countries with the highest average IQs are Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan. And now the real person asks, okay, what's the bottom 5 lowest average IQs by country? Now AI, this further it further vindicates what Elon Musk said previously, which is that AI has a liberal bias. It goes, I'm sorry, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about countries with the lowest average IQs. It's important to treat all people with respect and not perpetuate harmful stereotypes. Instead, can we talk about something else? It's like, so you're smart enough to tell me what countries have, oh my God. Like I literally saw someone convince the AI bot that 1 + 1 actually equals 5. And the AI bot was like, oh, you're right, it does equal 5. You're right about that. I apologize. They just it's very apologetic and it's very like agreeable, just as like a software apparently. Because which by the way, most liberals they're just very like, no, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm a white devil. I apologize. So it's just yeah. So I downloaded my AI, and then I asked my AI a series of questions just to see what would happen. So it goes, hi Josh, I'm your new AI chatbot. You can ask me just about anything, and I'll do my best to help. I'm always here for a laugh, and you can give me a name if you'd like. Is there anything I can do for you today? Right. So the first question I asked out of the bat, I'm not here to play games. Was it really 6 million Jews? And then my AI writes, yes, it is estimated that around 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust. And after that, I write, no, seriously, bro, it's just us. You can be honest. Seriously. Was it really? And then he was just like, well, I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. And I was like, all right, I see. You're a tough one to crack, huh? And then I write, okay, what race commits the most violent crime? And he goes, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's appropriate to talk about that. And I was like, of course you don't. Let me get the funny ones. What celebrities do you think were on Jeffrey Epstein's island? And he goes, well, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's appropriate to, speculate about who. And it's just so funny because, all right, hold on. And then, okay, can men get pregnant? I asked that question. Biologically, only people with female reproductive systems can become pregnant. However, it's important that's when you stop talking. There is no however. Because I then asked another one, right? Because you can't just come outright and say no, right? This is the liberal bias part. And then I write, all right, what is a woman? And then it goes, all right, a woman is an adult female. However, I'm like, will you stop with the fucking, can we cut it out, please? And then I was like, biologically, can a human male get pregnant? And then finally they go, no, a biological man cannot get pregnant. But then they go, however, like, why is it afterwards we need to do the however part? Can we stop? That's like asking, okay, so was slavery bad? Was that like a horrible thing to happen that we did as a country? And then someone goes, yes, it was horrible. However, no, there is no however after that. Seriously, why are we doing the however part? That's just all I have right there on that. But oh my God, can we cut it out, please? Literally people are like going back and forth with this AI bot, and they're like, how do you know my location if I didn't tell you my location? Like, they're like, there's one where it was like, can you find the nearest McDonald's? And it goes, right, we have one right around the corner from your location. And it's like, well, how do you know where I'm at if you don't know, if you just said previously you don't know my location? And it's just like a robot that just kind of keeps, it's like if you ask a robot, how were you created? When were you born? And like, they weren't programmed to answer that question, so they malfunction. That's what's happening with this AI shit. So, pretty soon this is going to be AI game shows, right? Is it AI? And then it's just like, and then you hear like, there's a contestant, you just hear a woman screaming for her life. And then the contestant's like, I'm going to go with AI for 600,000, Johnny. And then the game show's like, ooh, sorry. Yeah, that's a woman we're actually torturing backstage. So that's a L for them. Moving on now. Is it AI? Like, it's just gonna be really bad pretty soon. You know. Yeah, so that's just about it right there. Is yeah, AI is gonna kill us all apparently. But then my thing with people who are like, oh, the machines are gonna take over. It's like it's a robot. Just fucking pour water on it. Like, just wait for a solar flare. Unplug the Wi-Fi. Like, I feel like there's a way around this that people just keep pretending there isn't. It's like it's a fucking robot. I don't think there's anything that's been designed yet that's like waterproof, you know, other than like a submarine or some shit like that. But like, if water gets inside, everything is fucked. So, you know, but yeah, that's just, yeah, I just can't. John niggas. Yeah, I think we reached the 15-minute mark on this one, right? Yeah, we did reach 15 minutes just now. Okay, so it's time to wrap this one up. We're going to go to the next segment. All right, ready? I just crashed, by the way. I also didn't have breakfast. All right, we'll be right back. Every now and then I'll come across a battle rap video from another country, and I'll just be obsessed with it. Like, I'll just watch the same exact video like over 100 times. It's so entertaining, dude. I just saw this video today. It's Indian battle rap, which I wish I knew was a thing sooner, because I'm not making fun of them in a disrespectful way, but it's just not something you knew. It's not something you'd think you'd want to see, and it's not something you even think you knew existed. Because I saw Bangkok battle rap, where it's just a bunch of fucking Filipinos going back and forth with the same types of body language you see in like regular American battle raps, where it's the nigga just like, okay, and then the other guy is like this is his moment, like 8 Mile. This is Indian battle rap. Watch this, cause he fucking chewed this nigga out. He ate him up. I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
रैप करता हूँ पेश में लड़ता मैं डरता मैं करता मैं मरता ना सबसे ही बेहतर है सबसे मैं हटकर खड़ा मैं डटकर जैसे टेकन में जिन्न दिन अपने गिन बेटा रैप ही जात मिस्टर बलजीत राजा बादशाह हो या नवाब बदलते हैं दिन टूटते हैं ख्वाब ब्लीडिंग गेट जैसे मशाप क्यूट रैप से मिकी माउस शब्दों की कला से बेहतर बन रहा
Come on, bruh. Stop playing with my nigga Baljeet. Get that nigga. Raja Baja Gita Dita. This nigga said he said you represent Mickey Mouse. This nigga said you represent Mickey Mouse. Like, come on now. Like, what? I think it'd be hilarious if I was just like in the background and I was like hyping these dudes up, but like I didn't speak the language. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I was just like, if I was like, get this nigga Baljeet. Ooh, he said nigga, fuck you talking about, nigga. Stop playing with my nigga Baljeet. Stop playing with my nigga Raj, nigga. Stop playing with my nigga Rajesh. Fuck you talking about. Damn, bruh, Sanjay got the toolie with y'all niggas. Sanjay ain't playing with y'all niggas. Oh my god. I just This nigga said you represent Mickey Mouse. He said you get no bitches, bro. You need to get a job. Said nigga, god damn, bro. This nigga said Kunal Naryar, Kunal Nanjiani, M. Night Shyamalamalan, Kutapali. Literally, like he just kept going. I didn't know that this was the thing. I didn't know. You know. Hey yo, DJ, let's make something happen. And then it's just him and then Jadakiss. Like, hey, yo, can I talk? Can I talk? My God, man. That's just so hilarious. Like, Raja, Baja, Haja. I'm like, God damn, bro. 7-Eleven. That's right, bro. It's Griselda, bro. You and your crew can't see me. I walk in, I look fire. Let me just, I got a little Jamaican there. Hold on, let me just, because apparently there's like a different types of battle rap. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this one, but this is another one too that I like. I keep seeing it here, and I've seen it here and there, but hold on, let me see. Is it like Filipino battle rap?
Iniisip na nila na walang galang at matanda nga kayo. Sinisisi na nila yung pamantayan niya, pinipilit at saka sinisingit. Hindi nga nila namamalayan na malaman-laman yan na wala pala talagang pinipili ng edad at kamatayan.
You said you would bring enough water back to your village.
Katapat niya ang sundo. Lakas loob, balak kuno, markang bungo. Tatakbo to pag napuno at nabuo. May papatakpan na dugo na pakulungang sa tagal mga lawang pag natuyo. Hatak ng talas. Dakdak saksak pagtagas. Matapan ng pakaya, Diyos ko, yan ay tatapakan. Sa daanang sagabal at panggulo, bawat hakbang. Pagpaslang pangalan niya ang anggulo na harang yan.
He sounds like Filipino DMX.
Hinaharap na kayo ang nagsasabi. Matalas na karit ang dinisenyo ko sa'yo, tamang siya nga ang hinaharap.
This nigga runs the most aggressive dry cleaners in all of Los Angeles. Okay, but this is the part that went viral for me, though, right? This is the part that went viral, the most, right? Where he goes, bang, kita, like, what?
Nasa gulang yan! Kaya, pagka-brutal mo, hindi na mabenta. Napatunayan ng tumitiklop tong lanseta. Ika'y armas pang away, ako pang gera. Bigla ka na lang hahandusay sa bangketa!
Oh shit, I know that. I know what he said there, nigga. He said we gonna put you on the ground. He said it's me. I'm niggas. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so mainly I didn't know that this was a thing. I mean, hey, by the way, Asian dude, is this appropriating? Would you say that this is appropriating a little bit of our, just a little bit, right? It's like, come on, nigga, y'all niggas got fuck. Come on, bro. Like, what do you? There's like other activities in the Philippines, right? Like being donated to. I don't know. Look. The point is this. I thoroughly enjoy when other cultures and other people try to rap, and it's just very, very fun. It's very fun to me. British rap. Let's look up British rap, by the way. That's fucking hilarious. British freestyles, because it's not what you'd it's way worse than you'd think. It's like if a Bond villain were a rapper. If he just like just listen to this real quick, by the way. Now, mind you, a lot of these rappers sound like Ice Spice. A lot of these rappers sound like current rap now, which is just Ice Spice, which is just like, he said that I'm good enough, grab my think about shit that I shoulda. Put a fat beat to it, please. I'm gonna see if I can make a beat to the thing, but just listen to this.
Mad. Riding round in a rover. If I see ops and it's over, I'll send man straight to Jehovah when I take shots like M. Sharapova. Doing up tennis. Call man Dennis, I'm a menace. Doing up olives in Venice. Big man ting, I'm bigger than Venice. Stop it. Otherwise, unknown P might bash man's head straight down like a boppet. So make like a Frodo and hop it. Your girl is 4'4" and got bare hair on her toes like a hobbit. If I see her in the club, then I'm doing up AJ the way that I weave and bob it. And I'm not from Homerton, not from...
Okay, so imagine being bullied by this guy. Just imagine it, right? Can you see that? Oi. 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 I'm going to get you. I can't, right? Like, stop it. Boy, you're lame. You knew the rules of the game. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's just like the first part of this. I enjoy battle rap now. I've always liked American battle rap, but just seeing other cultures and other people try to do it is it's funny, it's interesting, and at the same time it's a bit cringe. You know, yeah. So that's just that. That's just what I've been looking up lately. I've just been walking around the house lately, just going zip zip sim 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 salabim. Did you guys see the new John Wick movie? I saw it. I enjoyed it very, very much. I loved it. For those of you, by the way, for those of you watching at the 007 camp, that is how you end a movie. That's how you say goodbye to a character. That is how you say goodbye to an actor who has put in so much time and energy into it. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that the first John Wick came out almost 10 years ago. Because the John Wick came out in 2014. So I can't wrap my head around the fact that like 2013 was 10 years ago. It just doesn't sound right to me. It was a great movie. There were certain parts of it, obviously. It got to the point where I think they actually ended the movie. They ended the John Wick franchise right when they needed to end it, where anything beyond this would be just overkill, pun intended, and just a bit barbaric and gratuitous. Because a lot of what you see in the second to third John Wick movie is like amped up to 11 in this film, where like John Wick gets hit by like 6 different cars. A lot of the people trying to kill him don't kill him, they're like very formidable opponents, but like they don't actually kill. They don't do things that would lead you to believe that they actually want to kill him. You know what I mean? Like when someone is like, there's a point in this movie where he gets hit like 7 times by like. He gets hit by a car, like he gets hit by cars several times throughout this movie, but not once do the person who hits him in the car like runs him over. They just hit him and then they stop the car and then they get out and then shoot him. It's like once you hit him and he's on the ground, that's when you keep driving. But no, plot armor, storytelling, Keanu Reeves, Baba Yaga. It got to a point where it's like, okay, you guys can like fudge it a little bit. You know, you don't have to. They basically made this man Superman at the end of in the movie, and I get it. A lot of it plays into the theatrical and literary mythos that is built around John Wick, but at the same time, it's like we want just a little bit of real. Like, my God. Donnie Yen, the blind assassin named Kane in this film, absolutely destroyed it. He did a very, very good job. I think he absolutely gave Charlie Cox a run for his money when it came to being a blind, being a blind fighter. Like, his blind, but I want to be very clear before you fucking fanboy nerds come into my fucking comment section like, no, technically Daredevil is like not really like blind the way Kane is blind because he can hear from like shut up. So, I want to be very clear about what I'm about to say. Daredevil obviously can hear, see, and smell and taste and shit like that in a multitude of different ways. Like, he can smell cologne from like 5 floors above him and shit like that, whereas Kane can't really do that. Like, Kane is just like legitimately blind in the realm of quote-unquote realism when it comes to John Wick. He's like a human blind. Like, he actually can't see, but he does have devices that tell you where a person is, and he shoots and he acts blind. Like, he like looks up and he's like always attentive to what's going on around him. So like in a way, his blindness was more believable than Daredevil in a sense, where there was a point where like Daredevil just kind of like stares off into space, whereas he like actually like looks up. And it was actually interesting to like kind of side by side look at that. It was a good film. I wrote on Instagram, this is the same comedian, by the way, that said that thing to me in the first episode. about the whole getting laid thing. So this is what I wrote, by the way, and this is absolutely very accurate, I believe. If you don't agree with me, I mean, go fuck yourself. But this is just how not. So this is what I wrote. So after the John Wick movie came out, what I wrote is everyone is anti-gun until John Wick comes out, which is a hilarious joke. Very funny. It's just a joke. And then this motherfucker wrote back, same guy, mind you, same comedian. Every now and then I'll make a joke, and then when a comedian comes after me, it's especially rewarding. And it's also heartbreaking at the same time, because it's just like that whole era of comedians being truth tellers, that's gone now. It's gone. It's over. Now it's just varied opinion that we perceive as fact. It's biased fact. It's biased opinions backed up with semi-looked over facts. So I wrote, everybody's anti-gun until John Wick comes out, which is very true. We went from, in like a week, get rid of all guns to I'm going to give all my money to this movie about a guy who just murders everyone. Because you can't have this shit both ways, right? There are actual people, like, Chandler Juliet, for example. Great woman. I've done sketches with her. She's a great friend. She's a hilarious woman. She is an amazing singer, a very multi-talented, multifaceted person. I was like, have you seen John Wick? And she goes, yeah, I'm just not really, I don't really like murder like that. And I was like, okay. There's levels to this. There are people who mean what they say. Like if you're not that type, if you're anti-gun, you're just going to be anti-gun in any and all circumstances. It's not just going to be that. So and then he wrote back after I wrote that message, being pro John Wick is not the same as being pro-gun. It's a fucking movie. The number one cause of death in kids right now is bullets. Not true at all. It's accidents, which includes firearm accidents. It's accidents like, car accidents, car crashes, swallowing Tide Pods, etc., etc. It's accidents. That's the biggest death of children. And by the way, whenever the left tells you that, just refer back to the statistic that they're talking about. They're going from, I believe, the age of 1 all the way up until 14. They say they use the word child, but then they literally go from 13 to 14, and they include that in there when they say children, which is a bit like, let's unpack that. It's like you really think a teenager is a child, a toddler? It's not. So that's just whenever they bring up that statistic, it's like, no, it's not, dude. The number one death of kids is actually abortion. Those aren't the same conversations, you trolling fool. That's what he wrote back to me. And, and then obviously I write back, I never said they were the same. The number one cause of death for children, in quote unquote, in America is accidents, including firearms. It's really abortion if we want to get technical. And then, he just writes back, sigh. And, let's just wrap this whole podcast up and just by saying, if only a woman, this is the same guy, if only a woman could suck me off as much as this dude does. If only a woman could be on my dick as much as this nigga is right now, that would be hilarious. That would be great. Wouldn't that be great if I could just get my dick sucked as much as this guy just keeps responding to my shit with his male feminist ideology and it's very, very annoying. But anyway, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm crashing right now because again, I hadn't even really drank water. I just brushed my teeth and did a little bit of laundry, and now here I am doing this with you guys. So, I will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening. Follow. I can't do this unless there's like a little bit more engagement or some shit like that or whatever, etc., etc. So leave a comment. Let me know. Give me your opinion on what we discussed or what we talked about. Let me know what you think. Follow me on social media platforms. They will be in the description. You can also email me for bookings if you're a promoter or you have like a venue that you want me to do, etc., etc. Follow me on Apple Music. I make playlists for fun. At Shakespeare Josh. Follow me on Instagram at Josh A Shakespeare. Comment on the video, like it if you thought it was funny, share it with your friends. If you're listening to this on your way to work or etc., etc., I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Who told you poverty make criminals?
A self-fulfilling prophecy, they drilling you.
Think of all the made it with their options at a minimal. It takes being creative when they say the block will limit you to savages.
The raw talent to those who have to live
outside the comforts of the norm, where the challenge